Hello everyone, welcome to today's lesson. I'm your instructor Daniel. In today's lesson, we will focus on planning a one-on-one interview to gather business requirement from your client by showing you how to prepare information gathered from the client previously, as well as how to plan one-on-one interview with the client. Doing one-on-one interview is one of the most efficient strategies for gathering business requirements from your clients. You can ask them questions in regards to the project face to face. It can save a lot of time for both of you because you won't have to email your client back and forth to get an answer. Before we go into how to plan your interview with your client, let's talk about how to prepare the existing information so that you can use them to prepare the questions. Those information can be traced from the documents sent by your client or any emails from your client. You should read all the relative documents in order to know what kind of questions need to be addressed. In addition, you need to identify the types of requirements you're looking for because it is very common that your client may not know what is the most urgent aspect for your development. They may not give you a clear definition of what you're looking for, and the question you're preparing need to be thoroughly considered. You can summarize and list all the things you found from the client and also discuss them with the rest of your team or your manager to see what part of the information is missing. This will usually end up become a very good question for your client. Now, let's look at how you can plan an one-on-one interview with your client. Firstly, you can construct your question around the basic facts about the client's organization. It can be his department or the entire company. However, this can only be applied to the first meeting. Secondly, you need to ask open-ended questions. You should try to avoid asking yes or no type of questions because it will not give you the specific detail you need to complete requirements. For example, you can ask them, could you please describe your daily tasks that needs to be performed by this software? Or what is the one thing you want to improve in your daily tasks? Thirdly, you need to remember your goal is to get enough input from your client in regards to the design of the product. It is very important for the client to understand your current development because the client will be able to compare and contrast their expectation with the developing product. Then the client will be able to provide meaningful feedback to the development. Among those feedback, the client may discover new requirements that haven't been considered. Fourthly, prepare some follow-up questions based on your first draft of questions. It is very often that during the interview, you might have some follow-up questions, and those follow-up questions are often very specific. Also, you shouldn't be hesitated to ask your client if there are any questions come in your mind during the interview. Uh, and often those questions are not listed in your preparation. Lastly, you should ask your manager to review the interview questions that you're planning to ask. and you will usually get some constructive advice or eliminating some repeated questions.